Look down at Florence, and there is one shape that completely dominates the skyline. Welcome to Piazza del Duomo. From the ground, the pristine green and white marble of the cathedral makes the Renaissance look entirely effortless. But that elegance is a highly curated trick. This square hides a history of deep engineering anxiety. When builders started this cathedral in 1296, they planned a massive central span. The problem was, nobody actually knew how to put a roof over it. They lacked the timber to build scaffolding tall enough to support the required stone. For over a century, Florence left a gigantic, embarrassing hole in the ceiling of their holiest building, completely open to the rain. They built a magnificent promise they couldn't keep. The sweeping grace you see today was actually born out of sweating obsession, physical hubris, and cutthroat local rivalries. Step across the square to the baptistry of San Giovanni. It serves as the square-jawed older ancestor to the main cathedral. Underneath all that crisp, geometric Renaissance cladding, its foundations rest directly on the rubble of 3rd century Roman ruins. And then there are Lorenzo Ghiberti's bronze east doors. Michelangelo found the craftsmanship so flawless, he declared them worthy of paradise. Ghiberti used these 10 panels to show off a total command of early perspective. He packed deep, intricate biblical scenes into flat metal, creating an elaborate storytelling machine. But the doors you marvel at outside today are perfect replicas. The originals are locked inside a museum for protection. Even the history here is a carefully managed illusion. Back at the cathedral, that 100-year roofing crisis finally met Filippo Brunelleschi, an architect who proposed an impossible solution. This diagram shows a 2D cross-section of his design. Brunelleschi bypassed the need for a massive timber forest by splitting the structure into 2 separate shells, leaving a hollow gap between them, like a giant thermos. The structural heavy lifting comes from his use of a herringbone brick pattern. By laying the bricks diagonally, the masonry locked itself in place, allowing the wall to support its own weight as it climbed into the sky. To stop thousands of tons of stone from bursting outward, he wrapped the base in a hidden system of tension rings. These squeeze the masonry inward, acting exactly like iron hoops tightening a wooden barrel. And tucked neatly inside that hollow void between the twin shells is a claustrophobic, spiraling stone staircase. The iconic red roof is a tense, active mechanical brain, continuously working to keep itself intact. But step down from the mechanical heights into the sacred interior, and the history turns incredibly violent. Easter Sunday, 1478. High Mass is underway. The cathedral is packed. That is when rival members of the Pazzi family make a very public move. Backed by the Pope himself, assassins draw blades and stab Lorenzo's brother Giuliano 17 times, killing him right at the altar. Lorenzo escapes with a wound to the neck, and the city explodes in retaliation. Within hours, the conspirators are swinging by their necks from the high windows of Florentine palaces. In a matter of minutes, Florence's holiest sanctuary functioned as a political slaughterhouse. Pull back from the bloodshed and the hidden staircases, and the completed complex stands as a towering monument to stubborn persistence. Florence used flawless marble and graceful aesthetics to mask brutal realities, fierce factional violence, and grueling physical labor. So the next time you look at a Renaissance masterpiece, skip the tourist perspective. Start thinking like a sweating mason or a political assassin.